Welcome back, guys. This is week 8, week 9, not sure, of the Veggie walkthrough. So we're going to start out here by the street. Chris and the boys are currently separating out some peonies that we're going to take to my mom in exchange for some irises. But if my cottage garden came out first, you'll know a little bit. We have a moonflower, also known as a double snare, apparently, according to Chris. And it is absolutely huge. Check this out. So our fence is 4 foot high, like right under 4 foot. It's just loaded. It's absolutely loaded. I am so excited. We planted these seeds not knowing if they were going to come up, and so far we have like 4 plants, and this one is by far the largest. It is massive. We have some sedge. I'm leaving it. We have some ornamental grasses. I've been working on the other side right around in here, trying to get the weeds and stuff under control. And then we have more ornamental grasses. We have our blueberries trying to escape through the fence. We got this at Tractor Supply last year, as well as there's a little thing down there. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I think they're a hummingbird vine. I'm not positive. And they haven't gotten very big. So peonies, right now we're not going to worry about separating out these. They need done, but they're not like in dire need. We have in a little bit of dirt that we have right here, we have zinnias popping through. Glads still haven't produced even a bulb, so it might not be the best place for them. We have more pigweed, still some sweet potato vines, more pigweed, huge pigweed. Also potatoes that we need to harvest, and then we have some beans coming up here. Finally, we need to get these beds mulched. Bowen's trying to pull out some weeds in here. We have some beans over here, sweet potato vine, and then we started harvesting that one, and the boys have pretty much completely gone through this, and there's no potatoes, and this plant was huge, so I'm not sure what's going on at this point. We'll go this direction. We're going to get a bucket and put some dirt right here, and we're going to plant cucumbers so they can go up and over this one, as well as plant cucumbers again in there. So in the cottage garden walkthrough I mentioned this, but we had issues on our cucumber plants being infested with aphids. And so we harvested everything that we could. We pulled the plants because they were getting sunburnt, basically, because it got up to like 100. This is just now. It's just now August 2nd. And so it is. Really should have grabbed one of my necklaces. Sorry about that. So anyways, I need to replant them so we can have some for the fall. Still waiting for this to produce seeds. You can't see that because I don't have the camera pointed the right direction. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so we have butter lettuce here. It's gone to seed. That's what I wanted it to do. It is starting to make the seed pods. Check that out. So these are going to dry, and just like the radish pods, when they're done with that, it's going to make these gorgeous flowers. Then it'll make seeds, and then we'll harvest those, and we will use that to plant, hopefully, our fall lettuce. We do still have a butter lettuce here, and one back there that hasn't gone to seed yet. And then we have some basils. Looks like I need to harvest some off of it so it can get a little bit bushier. We have a tomatillo plant here. I think it's actually a ground cherry. I found it in the walkway and I transplanted it. We had issues with slugs on this one. And I haven't noticed slugs anymore. It was pretty small when we saw them last time, so I'm hoping that we took care of the issue. But here's my other milkweed, and it just now started popping through, and it's loving it. And then we have okra in this bed as well, down underneath, and it hasn't started producing. When I realized that I only had one okra plant, I planted 3 more for some reason in the exact same spot. Like all 3 seeds in the same one. And then I have a gorgeous zinnia that was a volunteer from last year. And we have some, alright, let's try that one again. So we have some Swiss chard here that we've pulled some off of already. We have some Thai basil that's going to seed, which is fine. I like the flowers. We do have a tomato in there. I don't know why we don't have it trellised, but it needs trellised. We have a couple of paste tomatoes that are finally starting to produce. This is my my eggplant. It's finally starting to produce. My other paste tomatoes there. And then we have peppers, and the peppers are producing like crazy, which is exciting. Oh, and Chris went to go get Puppy. So he's not necessarily introducing her to the chickens, but trying to get her used to them. I have a lot of flowers now on my tomatoes and peppers. I have some growing. I need to obviously pull and mulch. I don't have any red ones ready, but my elderberries are starting to turn purple, which is exciting. And then I harvested most of everything out of this bed. We had 3 cabbages that I harvested, and I had enough to almost do 3 full quarts of sauerkraut. And then I have been harvesting the leaves off of this and using that to make greens as well. See, we have some more Thai basil over here that's gone to seed. I mean, and you can still eat it. It's not that big of a deal, but it's not meh. I mean, it's whatever. Got another tomatillo that was a volunteer that I brought over here. This blueberry plant was like a stick at the beginning of the year, and it's gotten huge, so that's exciting. Hopefully next year we will have plenty. We got morning glories that are blooming like crazy. I did plant peas on both sides. This side didn't really take because of all the morning glories. And then we do have a loofah plant, but so far on this one, just like on the other one, I'm not seeing any female loofahs yet. That head needs cut off. Blueberries still are dealing with the fungus. Still spraying them down with fungicide. That's all we can do. And then this was like super tall weeds. And I had Chris come through with the weed eater and knock them all down. And then we started mulching with some of the dried grass. Daylilies are still producing new blooms, so that's exciting. And see, I planted more peas here, but because we forgot to water them for a few days, they're going to take a little bit to come back. I found the PVC underneath all of this, so we need to put that away. I'm really sad. So this pepper plant, I babied downstairs. It was one from last year. And I think it might be a casualty of the no watering situation. It looks like my marshmallow is starting to go to seed, so that's exciting, or starting to make seeds. Our zucchinis are still getting nice and big leaves. This one, I don't see any fruit on it. Looks like I might have some starting down in there. Oh, here's a little bitty. I had a huge one come off of this one. It was massive. Let's see. And then we have quite a few on this one. thought I had one already ready, but I'm not seeing it. But then again, I didn't even notice that I had one on the other one until it was massive. So I need to tie this one up and cut back some of the leaves again. Volunteer sunflowers that are huge and need something done with them. More tomatillo or ground cherry plants. The sad excuse of where my greenhouse used to be. We're still trying to get everything taken down from it. More sunflowers. We're going to kind of rush through the last little bit because the sun's going down. We harvested some heads here and haven't gotten them back inside. And you can see the grass and weeds have kind of gone crazy over here. We need to get that taken care of. The ground cherries are starting to make balloons though, or what I call balloons. This is what's going to make the actual ground cherry. And when the husk turns brown and hard, you can peel it open and it really does taste nice and sweet. So this one's finally starting to make, which is exciting. No cucumbers to show you. Sunflowers over there. There's quite a few over there that I need to get harvested as well. I harvested quite a few of the onions and have started using those up. Looks like we have a couple of okra over here. On this plant, like this one could get harvested right here. I had one that was huge that I went ahead and harvested and took inside earlier. Pepper plants are doing good. We have some beets over here. We have some beets over there. We have some turnips. We have some weeds. I did plant carrots over here, but none of them have come up yet. Definitely need to get watering done tonight. We watered really good yesterday as well. This I think might come back. It's one of those bitter gourds. And then my spoon tomato is not very happy with me right now. So I need to get that done. I'm falling over my own shoe. This bed's been taken over by phlox. Since it's not flowering, I'm thinking I'm just going to pull it up and I can plant some garlic for next year. Because last year I planted some and then I forgot where I planted it. And yeah, I didn't actually get to harvest any. So this plant's kind of gone crazy. We have that massive one down there. I have no idea what kind this is. I might be able to get something on my plant finder and see. Oh, lights turned on. But we have that one. And I was thinking we had another one. I could be, oh, yep, right there. So we actually have two huge ones. It does look, so we can see it through here. See those? Yep, that is, I think it's cauliflower. Right? Yeah, cauliflower. So, whether it makes enough to, or makes something to actually produce, I don't know, but I did start them all from seed. Looks like we have some. We definitely need to make sure we're watering over here because the brassicas take quite a bit. And I did plant some other things in there as well, like root veggies. And then I think the last thing, once we get through this weed forest here. Hello, baby. Hold on. Sit. Sit. Good girl. I'll be right back. Is our asparagus has gotten huge, and our strawberries. And I've been harvesting some of the strawberry greens to make tea, or the leaves to make tea. I've been dehydrating those. Oh, I completely forgot this front bed. Oh yeah, and the grapes. So if I don't break my ankle walking through that. We have more Swiss chard. I did harvest quite a bit of this when I made my greens though, so there's not as much. We have peppers. This is, I'm super excited for this plant. Super excited. It is absolutely covered. Hopefully you can see that because it's kind of dark. And it's the hot peppers that you can pickle, and we always have them for holidays. We got bell peppers over there. These are going crazy, and these are the seed pods. And they are just absolutely, whoop, knocked a flower off, absolutely covered. So I'm super excited about that. Hyssop's doing awesome. Gazania is doing good, if we remember to water it. Tomatoes still looking sad. And then we have a little Swiss chard down there that we haven't harvested completely. And honestly, if you harvest the outside of the Swiss chard, you get it for a long time. And then our grape is looking really good. We put we put this trellis up here so that when we take the fence out, we don't have to worry about hitting that and knocking it off. So that is it. Puppy's all sorts of excited. She'll be out in the front. We can't let her go though, because she'll just run amok, like into traffic and across the county. And it's almost completely dark, so I don't know. Looks like the chickens have put themselves to bed. Chris will go in and make sure here in just a minute. Close the coop up. I was really scared when we first got them because they just weren't doing what I thought they should, and going in only took them a couple of days, and they've gone in. They do their own thing now. We did make some waters out of the orange buckets, but when it gets hot especially, we also fill this one. And then we have two. We have the red feeder, and then we have a mason jar with on the green one over there as well. Focus, not on the fence. There we go. So they have plenty of food. And then this is the bottom shelf of the greenhouse. We put that in there for them to perch on, which right now they are perching in the window, which has screen on it so they can't get out. But yeah, this is another project that we finished in our little hiatus from posting videos. I think it turned out pretty freaking amazing. We need to bend in some of the metal, I think, still, so we don't catch it. And we need to get a tarp for the back. We have a shade cloth, but it needs to be bigger, I think. And we still don't know if we have all roos, all chickens, or all pullets. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think as of right now, we know for sure that there's at least 2 pullets. We might have 4 roos, which will be really sad because the 4 roos are kind of my favorite. They're super pretty, but not positive. They say they should crow by 8 weeks, and are we on 7 week or 8 week? This is the 8th week, right? Like they'll be 8 weeks on Friday. I think that's right. I think they'll be 8 weeks in like 4 days. So far, I haven't heard any crowing. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted to call the extension office and see if somebody can come out, or maybe I need to like post a picture on social media and be like, hey, sex my chickens, because I can't. So yeah, Chris says that on Friday it'll be 8 weeks. So that is the end of the veggie garden walkthrough. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. The boys are almost done getting the peonies, and they cut back the tops of the rest of them, so that looks better. So yeah, that should be it. Hopefully I can stay on track and get my garden videos done weekly again. It kind of depends. I'm hoping we start getting a harvest of some kind. This year's been kind of crazy where we've gotten a lot of fresh greens, and we've gotten like some of the Swiss chard and that kind of thing. We'll have peppers for sure, but tomatoes, we're not hardly getting any tomatoes. So hopefully we'll start getting a harvest and I can start showing you those. But until then, I don't have a lot to show you minus what to do if you have pests. So hopefully I will see you guys next week.